Spirit Airlines, who I consider the Dollar Tree of airlines, is facing a second bankruptcy and they need some help. And Donald Trump is considering helping them out to save Spirit Airlines. But we got difference in opinions with this. First, I'm going to show you a video of someone who thinks that, yes, they should step in and help Spirit Airlines. And then I'm going to show you another opinion that says, no, do not help Spirit Airlines. Let them fall down. Let them crumble. But let's see the first clip and let's talk about it right here on Born with Purpose. Let's go.
Apparently, Spirit Airlines could go out of business as soon as this week, and not on my watch, bro. Spirit was always there for me when I was broke. They like the little Caesar of the sky. When I ain't have it, they had it. All right. I remember they got me all the way to Detroit. I live in Los Angeles. They got me to Detroit for $32, which is crazy because I was headed to Canada. But for $32, it's pretty close. It's almost, I don't mind. Nah, bro, you gotta go fund me something. How much does Spirit even owe? They might owe like $16,000. I feel like we could cobble that together as a family, as a people. You know what I mean? Like maybe they the first business that just need a GoFundMe. I like Spirit Airlines because they ain't got no systems. You know what I mean? Like I feel like they IT department is two fax machines that don't even talk to each other. Spirit Airlines is really just Southwest Airlines in 1984. I like buying my flights a la carte. I don't need carry-on. I just wear like 4 jean jackets. I just wear all my...
Oh my goodness. That was two fast machines. That's funny. Spirit Airlines could probably be safe with a GoFundMe. But seriously though, so I've never been on Spirit Airlines, right? Because I live in Canada and we don't have Spirit here, but the equivalent to Spirit is Flair Airlines, and Flair is the same thing. The flights are cheap, but you pay for everything else. You pay for luggage. You pay for if you don't book online and you go to the front desk, you got to pay for that. You don't have any plug outlets in the seat, so if your phone is not full, your phone gonna die while you're on the flight. The seats don't recline. If you want water, you got to charge for it. It's yeah, the Dollar Tree of airlines. But like I said, the funds are cheap, right? And in this day and time, if you're willing to not take much to go on a flight and you need to get somewhere quick and you don't care about the comfort, Spirit is there for you. But should the US government chip in and start supporting and saving Spirit Airlines? You know what? It sounds like you're going to save jobs and all that stuff, right? But let's hear the counter argument here. Here's famous multi-wealthy millionaire Kevin O'Leary and see what he has to say.
The Trump administration is discussing a $500 million rescue deal, aka bailout, for Spirit Airlines, and the government would own 90% of the airline. A lot of Republicans in town in Washington, D.C. are upset about this, saying it's picking winners and losers. I personally think that the airline should die if they can't keep up, especially when you basically have to swipe your credit card to get the landing gear out before you hit the tarmac. What do you think about this potential bailout?
Bad idea, really bad idea. Bad precedent. All of these rescue bailout programs to failing companies. I mean, capitalism works because the losers die, the protein goes to the bottom of the ocean, it's acquired by private equity firms and lenders or other strategic buyers, but it's bad management. And you don't want to support bad management. You want to let them die. That's how the private system works. The best rise to the top and the loser dogs go out of business. That's what keeps America great. That's why it works. That's why it's the number one economy on earth. That's why everybody wants to be an entrepreneur, to try and set themselves free. That is the American dream. It's not the government who doesn't know how to run an airline. Are you kidding? Can you imagine the government running an airline with 90% control? I mean, that's a bad idea. It's just actually some ideas are bad ideas and some ideas are really, really, really bad ideas. This is one of the worst I've ever seen.
Again, fair points coming from someone who is very wealthy and they know business. It is capitalism, right? Like, hey, if you survive, it's the survival of the fittest, right? If you can't make money as a business, you fall, right? And it's nobody else's responsibility to rescue you out. I understand both points, right? And the good thing about America is that they have many airlines. They have many competitive airlines, some more expensive than others, and Spirit happens to be the least expensive of them all. And so my thoughts on this, I don't know. Like, I mean, the government doesn't have to bail them out. Unless, of course, they have a certain plan that they want to do. Maybe they do want their own airline that they can control and operate and govern. You know what? Hey, if they bought Spirit Airlines, maybe all the ghetto ratchetness stuff that has taken place over the last few years may change. Who knows? Maybe we'll see something that's different. I don't know. But at the same time, and you know what? If Spirit goes, apparently there'll be like 40,000 jobs affected, and you don't want more unemployment taking place. And I can understand where Trump maybe is coming from. Obviously, this war in Iran and stuff, on him in terms of what's been taking place, and maybe he feels like, maybe we should save an airline just to, I don't know, make Americans feel a little bit better. I don't know. I'm not an expert. This is just my opinion that I'm throwing out there. And it is an airline that people tend to need on a very tight budget and for emergencies or whatever. But at the same time, right? Yeah, if you can't make it, you can't make it, because what if the government saves Spirit? Then another airline will come out and say, we're losing money too. Can you help us? Can you rescue us, Mr. President? And then what's the situation here? You know what? If Spirit doesn't get the funding and they go bankrupt and they're done, then my condolences. And but I can see it now. I can see it now. And I apologize, it's getting dark in here. I should have done this video earlier. I can see it now. Let's say Trump does you know, buy Spirit Airlines. The government buy Spirit Airlines. I could see people getting at him for that and saying, you know what? Oh, that was a crazy move. You're just doing that because you feel bad for rising gas prices and all that stuff. But here's a scenario. What if the government decides not to fund Spirit and Spirit goes bankrupt? I could also see people saying, oh, this shows that Trump is racist, because Spirit Airlines is that's where most people of color and black people, they take Spirit more than any other airline, because low income families, most of them are black, and for Trump not to buy Spirit Airlines and they go under, that's just racist because he wants to keep black people down. And I don't know, whatever it is, man. Whatever happens, they're probably gonna blame Trump anyway. But anyway, I want to know your thoughts about Spirit Airlines. Should the government step in and save this airline, or bygone be bygones, and you know what? It's time to look for another airline. What are your thoughts? I want to know. Like, share, and subscribe to Born with Purpose. Make sure you put the alert button on so when another video comes out, you'll be the first to watch it. All right. I love y'all. God bless. I'm out. Peace.
Please don't touch me. Please don't touch me. I'm not doing anything. I'm not doing anything. I'm not doing anything. I'm not doing anything.
Says I'm not doing anything, but then spits and punches.
Oh gosh.
Your brother? Spirit Airlines.